National Resistance Movement. Honorable MPUUGA Matthias Nyendo Mukungwe from the National Unity Platform to the Democratic Front. Honorable Dr. Abed Bwanika, MP Kimanya Kabonera from National Unity Platform to the Democratic Front. Honorable Kakembo Michael, MP Entebbe Municipality, from the National Unity Platform to the Democratic Front. Honorable Kakandi Juliet Nakabuye, City Woman MP Masaka, from the National Unity Platform to the Democratic Front.
Yes, a few days back, the Speaker of Parliament came out and announced members of Parliament who had crossed from NUP to NRM and other political parties. And for me, I think this is the first time the Speaker of Parliament is coming out to announce this. I've not ever seen that. And in fact, he did that in isolation. So for me, I think Speaker Anita Among was passing out a political message towards General Kaguta Museveni, because he did this in the presence of General Kaguta Museveni. We all know General Kaguta Museveni has ever come out that by 2026 there will be no opposition political parties, there will be no opposition. And in General Museveni's mind, he thinks that the opposition are political parties. It's the reason as why he's swallowing one by one. UPC's first lady is in cabinet, DP, the President General, is in cabinet. That's why there are fights, etc. So for him, if he thinks opposition are political parties, not knowing that whenever you swallow a political party, opposition will galvanize to form a new one. When he swallowed the FDC, PFF is now coming out. So General Museveni, Speaker Anita Among, for her to come out and announce members of Parliament who are crossing, particularly from FDC to NRM and NUP to NRM, it was a political statement which I'm going to explain in this video. So in this episode, I've come to talk about how partisan the Speaker Anita Among is to an extent of playing politics in Parliament, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the fundamentals we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Solar Mawagari. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, according to our constitution, a member of Parliament is free to cross to any other political party 1 year to the next general election. It means that a member of Parliament, for him or her to cross to another political party outside the 1 year before election, there must be an election within his constituency. Election should be held. But if he crosses to another political party 1 year before another election, it is very okay. But this time around, ever since people started crossing, I've never come out to see the Speaker announcing this on the floor. And if you see the names which were read, you clearly see that it had some political undertone and a plan to show General Museveni that NRM is devouring the opposition. That's the truth. Because the names which were read, they were so political. They were particular names from the NUP splinter group, that is the D.A. Matthias MPUUGA group. There are people from the FDC to the NRM. We never saw names from the FDC to the PFF. So it leaves out room for Anita Among to play politics in front of General Kaguta Museveni. Before I explain this more, I want to play a tape when Anita Among was reading these names. Listen very attentively because it's going to form a basis of our discussion. Here's the tape.
To this end, I am in receipt of notification by the following members opting to join respective political parties. Honorable Twaha Kagabo, MP Bukoto South, from the National Unity Platform to the National Resistance Movement. Honorable Akol Anthony, MP Clark North, from the Forum for Democratic Change to the national resistance movement. Honorable Jara Mapendusi Martin from Baradegi Laibi, from the independent opposition leaning to the national resistance movement. Honorable Onyetho Emmanuel from Yonam County from Forum for Democratic Change to the national resistance movement. Honorable MPUUGA Matthias Nyendo Mukungwe from the National Unity Platform to the Democratic Front. Honorable Dr. Abed Bwanika, MP Kimanya Kabonera from National Unity Platform to the Democratic Front. Honorable Kakembo Michael, MP Entebbe Municipality from the National Unity Platform to the Democratic Front. Honorable Kakandi Juliet Nakabuye, City Woman MP Masaka from the National Unity Platform to the Democratic Front. We wish the members well in the exercise of their freedom of association as prescribed in Article 29 of the Constitution of Uganda, which we swore to uphold.
That is Speaker Anita Mo. First of all, the names you read, you never had the members of parliament who crossed from FDC to PFF. Members like Honorable Samjunganda, the MP for Weju, and others. You never had them. So it was a political script written to show that NRM has lost to DA, to show General Museveni that, look, you must work with DA in Uganda, to show that FDC has lost to NRM through ACOL and others. Why is the name of Samjunganda missing? People should tell me this, because Samjunganda also crossed to PFF. Why are the members of FDC who crossed to NUP not mentioned? Members of FDC who crossed to PFF not mentioned. For example, Honorable Timothy Batua was never read. He crossed from FDC to NUP. Honorable Isabiri Haga was not mentioned. He crossed from FDC to NUP, but was never read. Okay. Furthermore, people like Honorable Samjunganda crossed from FDC to PFF. Honorable Kama Nicholas Stadias from FDC to PFF. They were never read. So you clearly see that it had some political undertone to show General Museveni that Speaker Anita Among is doing well to take away opposition membership to NUP. And for me, I think it was a plan to show General Museveni the people supposed to work with who have left with NRM. I may not be surprised that D.F. Matthew and MPUUGA can work with the NRM because they are even more bitter to NUP, the larger opposition, than NRM. Okay? So this was my first time to hear names of members of parliament being read on the floor. By the way, in isolation, isolating those who have crossed from NRM, those who have crossed from other political parties to the biggest opposition lead party. The only majority names which were read were from the opposition to the NRM. Those are political undertones, because in politics nothing is done by mistake. Of course, that's my opinion. Do make comments by commenting about this. Thank you very much for listening in. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, I'm employed to subscribe, like and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. Let me also take this opportunity to tell you that I'm going to be running as a member of parliament for Makinde East constituency 2026. It is time to vote for leaders who know, vote for leaders who are fighters, vote for leaders who are deliverers. And there is none other than Kabuye Sulaiman Mawagali, yours truly. I'll see you on another one. Peace.
Nange benjagala obulungi.